What is on Facebook? So I just got done doing KeeperCast, and lo and behold, I didn't end up debating that guy because he was so crazy and so out there that, like, I didn't even have to debate him on anything because Topher was basically fucking with this guy. He was a real asshole. And it was quite funny, too. Like, he made a campaign video making fun of this guy's shitty beliefs, and I mean, it was a little fucked up and gross, but it got the point across. Oh, there was this dude on KeeperCast who apparently hit his head real hard when he was a kid, if you catch my drift. Yeah. And last time I was on KeeperCast, this dude was talking about becoming the next president and wanting to get guns and pornography banned and this and that. And then he's talking about trying to ban homosexuality. I'm like, dude, you can't force people, like, you know what I'm saying? And I gotta ask myself, if society told me I couldn't date goth women because they thought it was disgusting, how would that make me feel? Like, I'd be like, why am I getting persecuted for finding hot goth chicks attractive? That's kind of unfair. We like what we like, you know? I mean, that being said, I don't give a fuck if you're gay or not. Dude, that's more pussy for me. I can't sit here and say that I don't support gay rights, but I jack off to lesbian porn. I mean, come on. In life, we struggle. People treat us like shit, and when people treat us like shit, subconsciously, we end up not believing in ourselves when people do this kind of thing. Now, for example, you could have a bunch of people that date you and treat you like shit, and they make you feel like less of a person. So it makes you have a hard time trusting men and women. It makes you have a hard time believing in yourself because, you know, when we get rejected or treated like shit, we feel like less of a person. That's just how every human acts. And I'm here to tell you right now, not to let your shitty boyfriends or girlfriends in the past ruin your life. Don't let them stop you from achieving all that you can be. Don't let that be an excuse for not bettering yourself. Now, I could sit here and say I'm not going to date women because of my autism, even though I'm straight, but the dating scene sucks in this town, so... But those are just excuses. You know what I'm saying? If I like women, which I do, you know what I'm saying, then maybe I gotta rework my strategy a little bit. Because sometimes in life, you'll find out that things you're trying aren't necessarily working, so you rework your strategy. Now, case in point, I noticed that I struggle with the dating scene because of my autism. That's not an excuse. That's just being real with it. Having autism is a social disorder. That being said, Facebook, that doesn't mean I can't date women. No. It just means I have to learn to work on myself before I can date. I can't expect to date somebody if I have a hot temper. That's just the foremost, you know. And these last couple of days have been the real tester for my temper, let me tell you. And I might have angrily yelled a couple of cuss words, and that was the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get so tired of people and their stupidity. Oh, as soon as I say that, people think I have this condescending sort of I'm above you view of everybody else. It's not even like that. It's not even like that. Okay, when I bitch about society, it's to make people aware of, like, okay, really? You know what I'm saying? That's fair enough. Like when I'm seeing millennials eating Tide Pods, I'm going, what the fuck? When I'm seeing people snort condoms for a YouTube challenge, I'm sitting there going, you gotta be shitting me. When I'm seeing a 20-year-old man with Down syndrome getting shot in a police brutality incident. We got some good cops here in Casper, that ain't no lie. But I don't know what fucking city that was in, dude. But I seen this bullshit, dude, on Facebook. This 20-year-old man who had Down syndrome was brutally murdered by some police in another state. Like, I can't even begin to tell you how fucked that is, dude. And people want to say it only happens to blacks or Latinos or what have you. The reason why they do that is so they can further perpetuate the race war. The unfortunate reality is that police brutality does happen to a number of individuals, not just blacks and Latinos. But when the media chooses to focus on the incidents that only involve the minorities, it further propels this racist stereotype that exists in our society. And quite frankly, it pisses me off. It not only makes cops look bad, but it further perpetuates that racist stereotype. You know what I'm saying? And it's just disgusting. And of course, I suffer from depression from a number of things. Not only my own struggles, but when I watch other people struggle in life, it makes me sick to my stomach that I can't just wave my wand and make everyone's lives just a little bit easier. But that's the thing about life. It likes to piss on everybody. And when you got people talking shit, sometimes you gotta be the bigger man, just walk away and not even acknowledge it, dude. Because at this point in stage, you know, if you're the bigger asshole in the situation, it's not going to matter what he said, she said. If you're more in the wrong than they are, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what makes being human so goddamn enjoyable. The misunderstandings and the sour-ass days. I couldn't be any more sarcastic if I wanted to be. Like, I'm sitting here going, holy fucking shit, dude. Now, I bitch about society's problems because it frustrates me to see that people are acting this fucking stupid when I know that society is better than this. And I'm one to talk because I know I'm not perfect either, but and I tend to be very observant, very quiet. I see things that most people don't see. Now, when people assume that autism makes you retarded, that you're, you know what I'm saying, they don't even bother to find out whether you're high functioning or low functioning. You know what I'm saying? People with high functioning tend to be a bit more observant and blunt on certain things. You know what I'm saying? I mean, growing up and going to school, it was like, okay, let's go to this therapist or whatever and learn to recognize proper behavioral patterns and shit like that. But then, outside of the trolls trying to start more drama with me on social media, you get this cesspool of assholes who create these fake stories to make fun of me and my autism. And it's like, dude, it's sad on their end. And if you think guns are the problem and they should be banned, then why not send our troops overseas with sticks and stones? Let's see how far that gets them. Some poor bastard hasn't seen titties in about several weeks. They haven't been in front of him. And nudity is not pornographic. Now, if it's sexual in nature, then yes, it's pornographic. But if it's sexy without being sexual, there's a difference. And society has a hard time distinguishing between the two. A woman can be sexy without being sexual, and that's the thing society needs to realize. The fact that our society has completely sexualized the female form. I mean, no one's going to argue that boobs aren't awesome, because they are, but that's beside the point. Exactly my point, and it's disgusting the society we live in. And I'm going to continue to bitch about it until things get changed, because sometimes that's all you have is just one voice. One voice, one opportunity. And sometimes you just gotta pick your battles, dude. Like in this modern society, as a dude, you really gotta be the bigger man. Not trying to be sexist towards my own sex, but it's the fucking truth, dude. If you're in a situation where a woman hits you and you hit her back and you're a dude, people are gonna look at you and say you're a monster. Even if your life was in danger, nobody gives a shit. And you can't really complain about it because women have been treated like shit for the last 200 plus years. And it's still, unfortunately, there is still a lot of sexist tension in our society, and it's disgusting. But oppressing me as an individual male because a couple males are assholes, that's kind of unfair, dude. And that's the thing of it, is people do this shit to each other all the fucking time. People will oppress people for their shit all the fucking time. Now, white people want to complain about about immigrants taking their jobs and stealing their land. You did that shit to the Native Americans, bud. And there are people living on this land before the Native Americans. So, I'm not trying to be a dick with it, but that's just real, dude. Instead of learning to coexist peacefully, we're fighting. Like history. The whole history of humankind has been nothing but fighting over land, over oil, over goods. If war wasn't a part of our history, then why is there nothing but war? You hear the Greek War, the Roman War, the da-da-da war, you know what I'm saying? The Civil War, World War I, World War II. It's reincarnation happening over and over and over and over. That's what it is. How else do you explain it, Facebook? But don't let shitty exes ruin your confidence in yourself. That's bullshit. That's exactly what they want, Facebook. And sometimes the odds are going to be stacked against you. If you're trying to get a job, shitty job economy. But don't let that stop you. If you're not going to let your exes stop you from having confidence in yourself, then, you know, any other obstacle outside of that is just that, another obstacle. And you can get mad and fight with people all you want to, but when they call you out on your shit and it pisses you off, you know, it pisses you off because they're right. And you shouldn't have to feel like shit because you were in some shitty predicaments. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people don't give me the benefit of the doubt. And then when they see the side of me that most people shouldn't or want to see, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has an asshole side. So don't even sit there. People want to ride my Asperger's for my actions, but you want to know the God's honest truth. Everybody has an asshole side. So before you go off giving me shit about my decisions, just remember that everyone has been a dick to somebody else at least once in their life. That doesn't justify my actions. That's not an excuse for my actions. That's just the fucking truth, dude. And anybody who sits there and says, oh, I've never been mean to a single person in my life, yeah, they're full of shit. You're full of shit. Anybody who sits there and says, I get along with everybody, they're full of shit. They're full of shit, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate when guys and girls treat each other like shit. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to have a kid, then don't have sex. Or wear a condom, for fuck's sake. A personal fucking responsibility. Like, if you're gonna be a douchebag piece of shit and walk out on a chick when you get her pregnant, you might as well just wear a fucking condom, dude. Like, you're stupid. And the only reason people continue to carry on talking shit is either because, one, they're obsessed with hating you, or two, they're hurt by something you said. And if they're hurt by something you said, it's understandable. Like, most guys in my predicament wouldn't have apologized. They would have been like, oh, the live video is good enough. But yeah, I can be an asshole, but I got some respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. And second of all, don't apologize for your kid's actions. You're not in charge of your kid once they're past a certain age, like 18. So if your kid's being a little shithead, that's not your fault as a parent. That's your kid's fault. And your kid needs to take responsibility for their fucking actions. Like I'm doing. Huh. And the best thing you can do in this kind of situation is to own up to your mistakes. And no matter how much shit the other person says in these kinds of situations, you don't respond to it, you don't feed into it, you just ignore it. That's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? Because as soon as you say something right back, it's just going to make things 10 times worse. You got to pick your battles, man. And I got bigger fish to fry anyways. Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful with this video. I'm just being real with it, dude. I didn't name names. I didn't say shit. I just did a whole video and didn't say shit. If anything, it's a motivational video. I'm telling you right now, I don't use my Asperger's as an excuse to prevent me from dating. It just makes me a bit more cautious. It means I have to be more patient and take more time. And find chicks who have similar interests. So if you're sitting here saying this and that, you know what I'm saying? And that's just the thing of it, is yes, I will acknowledge that there are times when the Casper job market is not the best. It's hard to get a job in a smaller town. I get that. But that still shouldn't be an excuse, you know? It shouldn't. And when I was jobless from Wendy's for a whole fucking year, I busted my Asperger's to get a job, dude. I finally landed me a sweet dishwashing job. And then I got my Cobra Craft Wands business started. Started selling merchandise on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it takes a while to get good things happening in your life. But that dedication, that perseverance, that push, that motivation, that begins with you. Nobody else is going to tell you how to live your life. You have to live that life for yourself. And the reason why I'm aggressive and negative and very hatred-like towards people in general is because people fuck with me. I'm not using it as an excuse for my actions. I'm just saying the reason why I'm defensive like I am is because people fuck with me, dude. And if people see you struggling with something, that's just the thing of it. This whole experience has taught me to be a little bit nicer and to work on my temper and to watch what I say on social media, because people could twist it and YouTube poop it and make you look like an even bigger jerk than you already are. And they do that because they're already pissed at something you said, so they're doing it to get even. And it's like, really, you call yourself my fans, but you didn't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, dude. Like the pages on Reddit of people just talking about one person, me. You know what I'm saying? You people are wasting your sad, miserable lives talking shit about me. I'm out here hustling, making my money, motivating people with my videos, hustling, making money, getting more famous on YouTube. And what are you doing? You're stuck in some miserable chat room talking shit about me. Wasting away. You know, for as much time as you spend talking shit about somebody, you could spend that time getting a job, bettering your life, personal goals. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't, then given the situation, I understand, but I also see where priorities lie. And when I say the people talking shit on Reddit, I'm not referring to the you-know-what situation. I mean in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, how long is this for? Oh, good gracious. 24 minutes long. I did a whole 24-minute video and didn't say shit. Didn't talk shit on nobody. Didn't say nothing. Get motivated, people. Life is yours for the taking. Don't let assholes ruin your life or stop you from living it. And the best thing you can do when someone's talking shit is be nice to them. You think I'm joking? It's very easy to retort back with some smart-ass, nasty, negative comment that hurts their feelers. But when someone's treating you like shit because you want to be treated with kindness and respect, you return that, even though they're treating you like shit. Like last couple of days, I've been preaching the golden rule, and part of what I said was true. I mean, treat others the way you want to be treated. You want to be treated like shit, then treat others like shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no. Amos Slade, you trigger happy lunatic. Give me that gun. My radiator. While you hold it right there. Watch it. That thing's loaded. Now it ain't loaded. Dagnabbit, woman, your favorite fox was after my chickens. Now, the reason why I quote Fox and the Hound, which is a Disney classic, is because it shows the power struggle that men and women are just shoved into, whether they want to be or not. Even at a very early age, society conditions men and women into this power struggle of the sexes, if you will, or battle of the sexes. You know what I'm saying? And it's quite unfortunate when these kids aren't even old enough to finger paint, and they're already shoved into a world that conditions men and women to be competitive against each other and amongst themselves. You hear women say, "Oh, did you see this dress I got? I got it on sale. It's amazing." Bragging about it to all their friends. Guys are no different. "Oh man, check out the carburetor I put on this bitch. Oh my god, it opens up nicely." I think that might be a bit sexist and outdated, but you get the generalization. And it's understandable when people have good things going in their life, it's understandable that you want to brag because it feels good to have good things in your life, but you have to be considerate of other people. I mean, you could be a dick and snitch, or you could ignore it, or you could be fair with it. And I try to be fair with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not racist. I'm not sexist. I hate everybody equally. I try to give people a fair chance. When they do something to personally fuck with me or upset me, it makes me change my view about them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I see how it really is. And me trying to have more confidence in myself when I've grown up my entire life not having it. And now I come off as being narcissistic? Who the fuck, man? And that's exactly the problem with our society. Is anytime anybody tries to better themselves, there's always a push to prevent them from doing it. And it's bullshit. People, seriously, people will prevent other people from bettering themselves and not even realize it. Straight up, that's the truth, dude. People can prevent other people from bettering themselves. You know what I'm saying? By making it difficult to better themselves. Dude, if you want to come out to your dad as goth, just do it, dude. But like, I've embraced the inner darkness that is my soul. If you can't handle it, then it's whatever. I got bigger things to do with my life. Straight up. Don't let nothing or nobody stop you from achieving your goals and bettering yourself as a person. You know what I'm saying? People try to fuck with you. You might have dated shitty people in the past. You might have had shitty friends in the past, whatever the case may be. But you can't let these people ruin your life. That first step begins with you. So when are you gonna take that step?